It's a word that carries weight like no other, a force that is never kind, never negotiable, and never forgiving. It is the most powerful entity in the universe, an unstoppable force that operates with strict protocols, a function of the cosmos that doesn't care who you are, what you've done, or how many prayers you've whispered in the dark. Death is cold, precise, and unrelenting. It takes no exceptions, and when your time arrives, it doesn't hesitate. It simply executes its function, passing through every mortal existence without ever looking back. But then, something extraordinary happened. A few weeks ago, Death encountered an anomaly. It witnessed something that it had never seen in the history of existence, something so rare, so impossible, that it had to pause, perhaps for the first time in 6,000 years of its unbroken rule. You were the one who made that impossible moment happen.
You didn't just survive what others would have crumbled under. You faced it head-on, and Death had no choice but to respect you. Not because it spared your life, or because you won a cosmic battle, but because your very actions contradicted everything Death thought it knew about humanity. And when that moment arrived, when your essence collided with its unyielding force, something shifted in the cosmos. Death did something unprecedented. It respected you. It might sound unbelievable, but let me explain how this unfolded. How, in a universe governed by the laws of birth, suffering, and death, you became a living exception. Before I continue, I need you to do something. Take a moment to like this video and subscribe, only if you're truly resonating with the journey I'm about to take you on. This isn't just another motivational message. This is a profound story of how you, a mortal soul, shook the foundations of existence itself.
If you're ready to hear why Death itself had to recognize your power, stay with me. Now, I want you to think back to a few weeks ago. Do you remember when everything started to fall apart? The night when your life changed forever. It wasn't a mere setback. No, this was a breakdown. An event so monumental that even the universe had to take notice. You may not have realized it at the time, but that night was the beginning of something extraordinary. Something that even Death couldn't ignore. It was a dark time. You felt the weight of betrayal, loss, and heartbreak. Everything you had worked for crumbled right before your eyes. The world around you fell apart, and you were left in the debris of your own emotional devastation. You felt that pressure, heavy, suffocating, as though the universe itself was pressing down on you. Your body felt it, your chest caving in with pain, your mind replaying every harsh word and cruel gesture. The emotional wound bled, and you could feel every bit of it, from the tremors in your hands to the overwhelming ache in your heart. Most people in that moment would have collapsed. In fact, over 99.9% of people would have reacted in one of three ways. First, total denial. This can't be happening. It's not real. This is a mistake. The brain rejects reality, creating a psychological block to protect the mind from the unbearable truth. Second, paralyzing panic. What do I do now? I can't think, I can't move, I can't function. The nervous system overloads, and the person can no longer process the situation, disconnected from reality, trapped in a fight or flight response. Third, dissociative numbness. A defense mechanism where the mind shuts off emotional processing entirely. The brain retreats into psychological anesthesia, blocking out the pain so the person can survive the trauma. It's not weakness, it's biology, it's survival. But you didn't do any of those things. Instead, you did something no one expects. You took 3 deep breaths, slowly, deliberately. You didn't try to push away the pain. You didn't numb it. You let it wash over you. You embraced the hurt. You felt everything, every ounce of that emotional devastation. You cried if that's what it took. But you didn't break. You didn't lose yourself in denial, panic, or numbness. You processed the pain and decided, with everything inside you, I'm not giving up. I'm not going to let this break me. And death saw that. It was observing the whole time. This wasn't just an emotional response. It was a test of your consciousness, of your soul's resilience. And you passed it. Death had never witnessed a mortal process trauma so fully, so completely, without falling into the usual mechanisms of self-preservation. It registered you as an anomaly, an energy, a presence that didn't follow the typical patterns, and for the first time in its existence, death found itself confused.
It was something so rare, something it had never seen in 6,000 years, that it had no choice but to take notice. It was as if the universe itself paused, watching you. You didn't collapse. You didn't give up. You chose to continue. And that's where your journey, the one that changed everything for you and for death, truly began. As the hours passed and you worked through the emotional storm that threatened to swallow you whole, death continued to observe. It wasn't a passive observer, no. It was far more deliberate, more methodical. You see, death has never experienced confusion before. It operates with precision, and all of life's events fit into its structured timeline. Every human life, every beginning, every end, it's predictable. But then there was you. You weren't supposed to behave this way. When everything fell apart, you were supposed to retreat into self-preservation, to abandon the hope of standing tall in the face of devastation. Instead, you stood your ground, taking in the full force of your pain and the weight of the loss, yet choosing to keep moving. You processed it all, without running, without numbing, and without rejecting it. And as you did this, something cosmic occurred. A shift so significant that it reverberated beyond the confines of your own experience. Death couldn't just let it go. It didn't immediately know what to do with you. You became a variable in its predictable pattern, an anomaly in the grand scheme of the universe. For days, death observed this. Your resilience, your ability to remain grounded despite everything falling apart. The cosmic laws were meant to handle mortals, people who succumb to their fear, to their pain, to their brokenness. But you didn't. And in that defiance, in that strength, death saw something it had never expected. A human who had transcended the need for survival in the face of emotional destruction. You weren't operating on instinct anymore. You were operating from something deeper, something that had broken free from the cycle that keeps humans trapped in survival mode. Now, it was time for death to continue watching, to test the waters further. But just when it thought it understood you, life threw another challenge your way, one so excruciatingly difficult that anyone else would have crumbled under the weight. Another impossible decision. Another one of those moments where both paths lead to painful consequences. You know exactly what I'm talking about. There was that decision you faced. A moment when everything seemed impossible. You were caught between two equally devastating choices. You couldn't just walk away from this one. The decision you were about to make would affect everything, and the weight of it crushed you. On one hand, you had a relationship that was toxic, but letting go meant you'd lose someone who had once meant so much to you. On the other hand, compromising your values could secure your financial future, but you knew deep down that it would betray everything you stood for. Each option felt like a betrayal. The emotional turmoil was unbearable. The stress, the sleepless nights, the constant weighing of consequences. It was consuming you. But then something unexpected happened. Something only the strongest of souls ever experience. You chose to honor your integrity, to stay true to your values, even though it meant facing pain, loss, and uncertainty. You did the right thing, even when it cost you everything you had built. Most people, when faced with such a situation, would prioritize survival. It's in human nature. The fight or flight response is programmed into our nervous systems, a survival mechanism designed to ensure we protect ourselves at all costs. But you didn't choose survival. You chose integrity. You chose truth over convenience, right over ease. And when death witnessed this, it became even more perplexed. It had always understood that when the stakes were high, when survival was on the line, humans would do anything to protect themselves. Yet here you were, standing firm in your principles, even when the cost was immense. What death didn't realize was that this wasn't the first time you had made such a choice. No, this was simply the culmination of everything you had faced, everything you had already survived. And when you made that decision, it wasn't a decision rooted in desperation or optimism. It was a decision born out of the deep, unshakable essence of who you are. It wasn't just a moment of courage. It was a reflection of your soul's true nature, one that doesn't surrender to fear, to compromise, or to the threat of loss. And death couldn't deny it. It had seen this before, but only in 3 rare souls in the past 6,000 years. 3 warriors who chose to die with integrity rather than surrender to fear. Death's recognition of you as one of those rare souls marked you once again. It was registering your behavior as another anomaly, an anomaly that death had never encountered before. And this time, it wasn't just a passing observation. This was something more profound, more permanent. Days turned into weeks, and then came the 3rd challenge, the ultimate test. You know this one. The time when you were completely justified in giving up. When every part of you screamed for relief. When your mind told you it was okay to stop, that you had already fought enough, already given everything you could. You were tired, physically, emotionally, and spiritually drained. There was no reason left to keep going. Everyone around you gave you permission to rest, to quit. They told you that you had already done more than enough. But then, something incredible happened. Something that defied all logic, all reason. You chose to continue. You chose to get up one more time, even when every part of you wanted to collapse. You didn't do it for anyone else. You did it because there was something inside you, a deep, unbreakable force that refused to accept defeat. You didn't believe that the end had come yet. You weren't ready to give up. Your soul simply didn't know how to surrender. And in that moment, as you pushed through the exhaustion, death saw something that it had never seen before. A soul who was willing to continue, not out of hope, not out of belief in victory, but simply because it could not accept surrender. It was as if your essence had transcended survival. You weren't just fighting for your life anymore. You were fighting for something far greater, something that death couldn't comprehend. Death had to pause again. This wasn't just a soul fighting for survival. This was a soul who had learned to transcend fear itself. Death had seen many things over the centuries. It had witnessed countless lives, each one unfolding according to the established rhythm of existence. People born, living through their challenges, and eventually transitioning when their time had come. It was all so predictable, almost mechanical. Every soul played its part, without deviation, without question. But you, chosen one, you broke that mold. And it wasn't just in your resilience to keep moving through pain. It was in your refusal to surrender when all seemed lost. That 3rd test, the moment when giving up seemed like the most logical choice, when your body, mind, and spirit were begging for relief, was where the final piece clicked into place. This was the moment that truly shattered the limits of what death thought possible. When you chose to keep going, despite everything telling you to stop, death was forced to confront something it had never witnessed before. A human soul that could persist without the usual crutches of optimism or hope. You didn't keep going because you thought everything would turn out okay. You didn't keep going because you believed that victory was just around the corner. No. You kept going because, at your core, you understood something profound. Surrendering wasn't an option for you, not because of pride, not because of a desire to prove yourself, but because deep down, in the very essence of your being, you knew that to give up would mean betraying your soul's purpose. It wasn't about pushing through just for the sake of it. It was about living authentically, choosing to honor your mission and your integrity, no matter how difficult the journey became. You realized that your purpose wasn't defined by how long you lived or by the comfort of surviving. It was defined by how true you stayed to yourself, no matter the cost. That unwavering commitment to your path, to your truth, made death stop and take a step back. You were no longer just another human. You were something more, something death had to recognize. As death watched you, it couldn't help but draw comparisons. You weren't the first person to face death. Many had come before you, in both small and grand ways, confronting the inevitable and ultimately succumbing to it. But you were different. You weren't just facing physical death. You were confronting the very essence of what it means to live fully, with purpose, and without fear of what comes next. In the history of humankind, there had only been 3 other people who had ever done what you did. People who faced the certainty of their own demise, yet refused to yield to the natural instinct to save themselves at all costs. These souls, like you, transcended fear. They chose to continue in service to their higher calling, even in the face of their own end. And just like them, you had found a way to transcend the biological programming that made survival the ultimate goal. Death had to pause once more. It wasn't just observing your actions, it was studying your soul. Something about your energy, your presence, your very being was unlike any other mortal it had encountered. It wasn't just your refusal to surrender. It was your consciousness, your awareness of something beyond the material world, something that defied the natural laws of existence. You had stepped into a level of awareness that death itself could not understand. What made you different, chosen one, was that you weren't just a human being going through life. You were a soul on a mission. A soul that had been through pain, loss, and struggle, but never allowed those things to define you. You had learned to observe life from a higher perspective, understanding that the trials and tribulations were not the end, but part of the process. You weren't attached to the outcome. You had transcended attachment to form, to life, to death. You had come to understand that what you really were, what we all really are, cannot be destroyed by the mere transition of physical death. This is what death finally understood. It wasn't just about you surviving. It was about your consciousness, your awareness that had risen beyond fear. And when death recognized this, it registered you as an anomaly, a force that could no longer be understood by the old rules. It wasn't just observing your life. It was witnessing an evolution in your being, an expansion of consciousness that defied the very laws of nature. That's when the real shift happened. Death made a decision, one that contradicted everything it had ever known. It marked you, not in a symbolic sense, but in a literal, cosmic sense. It marked you as something different, something powerful, something that could no longer be controlled by the fear of transition, by the fear of death. And as soon as death made that recognition, something extraordinary occurred. Your energetic signature was altered. You were no longer just a mortal soul, subject to the whims of fate. You had crossed into a new realm, one where death, no longer held dominion over you. This was not just metaphorical. This was a literal shift in your cosmic file. Your expiration date, the one that had been written into your energetic blueprint before you were even born, was erased. Completely erased. It was as if death had crossed out the time and place where you were supposed to transition and wrote a new directive. You will leave this world only when your purpose has been fulfilled, and not a moment before. It was as though you had been given a divine pass, a free card that would protect you from the forces of mortality until you completed your soul's mission. You are no longer bound by the same rules. Premature death, accidents, illness, none of those things can claim you. Not before you've finished what you came to do. That is the mark of respect that death gave you. But that's not all. Death's recognition also unlocked something called purpose protection. This is a form of cosmic intervention where the universe itself begins to reorganize to ensure you fulfill your mission. Every obstacle, every challenge, every difficulty you face from now on will be within your capacity to overcome. You will no longer be met with trials that you cannot handle. Your path will be cleared, and everything that happens will align to support you. And this isn't just some abstract concept. It's already happening. You've already begun to notice changes in your life that don't make sense on the surface, but are profound in their implications. The synchronicities, the people who appear just when you need them, the opportunities that seem to fall into place at the right time. These aren't coincidences. This is purpose protection in action. You may also notice a subtle shift in how people react to you. Have you ever noticed that anxious people seem to calm down when they're near you? Or that small children and animals approach you with unusual confidence? That's because you are radiating an energy that tells the universe you are no longer controlled by fear. People can feel that, even if they don't understand it. They can sense that you are operating on a higher frequency, one that transcends the limitations they live with. And then there's the change in your own decision-making process. Have you ever found that the clarity with which you make decisions has dramatically increased? What used to take weeks of agonizing thought now comes with intuitive ease. You no longer question yourself. You no longer second-guess your choices. You know what's right for you, and you make decisions quickly, confidently, without the paralysis of fear. This is all part of the transformation, and as you continue along your path, you'll notice that everything in your life aligns more and more with your purpose. Opportunities will show up when you need them. People will appear who help guide you, and challenges will arise only to make you stronger, not to defeat you. You are no longer simply surviving, chosen one. You are thriving. And this is just the beginning. Now, let's talk about what this really means for you, chosen one. The consequences of being marked by death's respect go far beyond what you might imagine. You've crossed a threshold that most souls can't even fathom. It's not about immortality, but it is about something far more profound. Purpose protection, an internal recalibration that ensures you are supported in completing your mission, no matter the circumstances. When death altered your energetic signature, it wasn't just a symbolic gesture. This wasn't some celestial pat on the back. It was a literal transformation at the deepest level of your being, your timeline, your expiration date. Everything that was once bound by the natural laws of life and death has been rewritten. In a sense, you have become untouchable by premature death. Not because you're invincible, but because the universe itself has aligned with your soul's purpose. Let me explain what happens when your soul is marked in this way. It's not just that you are now safe from harm, it's that your path is now one of divine protection. You may have already felt the subtle shifts taking place in your life. The challenges, the obstacles, they're still there, but they no longer have the power to break you. They've become opportunities for growth, stepping stones on your way to completing your mission. This purpose protection is not some vague, intangible concept.
it's a very real force. It reconfigures the universe to serve your highest purpose. When you face trials, they no longer have the power to tear you apart.
Instead, you'll find yourself with the strength, the wisdom, and the tools to overcome them, sometimes in ways that defy explanation. You'll start to see synchronicities, the right person showing up at the right time, the right opportunity falling into your lap just when you need it. Let me give you a clearer picture of how this works. You've probably already noticed that when you face situations that should overwhelm you, you come through them stronger. It's like the universe has started to work for you, not against you. You're not being protected from challenges, you're being equipped to face them with the clarity, strength, and resilience you need to succeed. The most extraordinary thing about this process is how subtle yet powerful it is. You may not even realize it's happening at first, but eventually, you'll look back and see the hand of divine guidance in everything you've been through. You'll notice how things that used to break you, whether it's heartbreak, loss, or failure, are no longer as devastating. You're still feeling them, still processing the emotions, but they don't have the same crippling effect on you. They're just experiences now. Things that can be handled, things that you've learned to work through. And with this protection comes something even more extraordinary: your relationship with fear. Fear is no longer the driving force in your life. The fear of death, the fear of failure, the fear of losing control, all of these things lose their grip on you when you realize that they no longer have the power to dictate your decisions. It's like the chains that once held you back have been broken. Now, when you think about the future, you don't feel the weight of dread or anxiety anymore. You may still have doubts, but they don't paralyze you. You see the uncertainty ahead, but you also see the opportunities, the open doors. You realize that the fear of what might happen has no hold over you, because you now operate from a place of divine trust. You understand that no matter what happens, you are protected and aligned with your purpose. The truth is, you've already experienced moments where this protection was at play. Have you ever felt like you were in a situation where things should have gone terribly wrong, but somehow they didn't? Or maybe you've been in a dangerous situation, a life-threatening one, and found yourself walking away from it with barely a scratch. These aren't coincidences. These are signs that the mark of respect is already working in your favor, deflecting the forces that would have otherwise pulled you off course. You may have even noticed a shift in the way people respond to you. People around you are reacting differently, more positively, more confidently. Anxious individuals find peace in your presence. People who normally feel uneasy or insecure seem to gravitate toward you, drawn by your energy. Small children, who can often sense energy, approach you with trust and ease. It's as though your energy is a stabilizing force, a sign that you're operating from a higher frequency. People feel safer around you, even when they don't fully understand why. And then, there's the clarity in your decisions. Before, you may have struggled with doubt, overthinking every choice you made. But now, decisions seem to flow with ease. What used to take you days or weeks to decide now takes mere moments. Your inner guidance has become more pronounced, more accurate. The clarity you experience isn't just mental. It's a soul-deep knowing, an intuitive understanding of what's right for you. And with that clarity comes an inner peace that you've never experienced before. It's like the chaos of the world no longer affects you as it once did. You are grounded, focused, and confident in your ability to navigate through life's complexities. The mark of respect has given you something precious, a deep, unshakable trust in yourself and your purpose. You're no longer just reacting to life. You're creating the life you want to live. You know that you are capable, that the universe is supporting you, and that your mission will unfold exactly as it is meant to. You've stopped trying to control everything, stopped holding on so tightly to outcomes. Instead, you are learning to trust the process, to let things flow naturally. And as you do, you'll see that everything aligns to support you. One of the most profound shifts you'll experience is the way time begins to work for you. Have you ever noticed how the more aligned you are with your purpose, the more things seem to happen effortlessly? You may not be able to explain it, but things fall into place in ways that feel almost magical. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. People show up at just the right moment, and you seem to be in the right place at the right time. This is the universe rearranging itself to ensure you stay on course. You'll also begin to feel more at peace with the uncertainty of life. The fear of the unknown, which used to plague you, will slowly fade. You'll find that the more you trust in your purpose and the protection that surrounds you, the less you need to control. Instead, you'll lean into the flow of life, allowing yourself to be guided by your inner knowing and the divine support that is always with you. So, chosen one, what does all of this mean for you now? It means you are no longer simply living in survival mode. You are living with purpose, with protection, and with a clarity that allows you to navigate life with confidence. Your soul's mission is no longer just a dream or a vague idea. It is your reality, and everything in the universe is aligning to make sure you fulfill that mission. This is just the beginning. The coming months will continue to bring you deeper into alignment with your purpose. You'll notice more synchronicities, more signs that you are on the right path. And as you continue to trust yourself, the universe will continue to open doors for you, creating opportunities that will help you fulfill your soul's mission in ways you never imagined. Your responsibility now is simple. Live authentically, follow your inner guidance, and complete the purpose you were sent here to fulfill. The universe, and death itself, has guaranteed that you will succeed. Trust in the protection that surrounds you, and know that no obstacle can truly stop you. You are on the path of the chosen ones, those who have transcended the fear of death and are living with purpose, clarity, and divine protection. Now that you've been marked by death's respect, something profound is happening to you, chosen one. You're not just walking through life anymore. You're walking with purpose, with a divine protection that ensures every step you take aligns with the highest path you are meant to walk. You've crossed into a realm where death's power over you is nullified, where the fear of what may come has no dominion. But this isn't about escaping challenges. It's about facing them with an unshakable strength, an inner peace, and a trust that can't be easily shaken. At this point, you've probably begun to notice significant changes in your life. The most apparent one is the shift in how you face challenges. In the past, obstacles might have felt insurmountable, like forces beyond your control that were destined to bring you down. Now, however, challenges don't seem so threatening. They're still difficult, still challenging, but they don't have the same power to break you. Instead of feeling defeated or overwhelmed, you're able to approach life's trials with a clear sense of purpose, knowing that they are meant to help you grow and move closer to the mission you came here to fulfill. This is the power of purpose protection at work. Life will still present its hurdles, but with each one, you'll find that you have more than enough strength, clarity, and divine assistance to overcome them. The universe is aligning itself in your favor, reorganizing itself to ensure that nothing stands between you and your destiny. But more than that, you'll notice that your reactions to these challenges are changing. Where once you may have panicked, worried, or hesitated, now you meet obstacles with a calm confidence. It's not that you're immune to fear, it's that your understanding of fear has evolved. You now know that fear isn't the enemy. It's simply a feeling that can be acknowledged and processed, but it doesn't have to control you. This clarity of mind and strength of will is a direct result of the mark that death placed upon you. The more you embrace this divine protection, the more natural it becomes to move through life with ease and assurance. You no longer feel like a pawn in a cosmic game, controlled by forces beyond your understanding. Instead, you are the one creating your path. You are the one who can choose how to respond to life's challenges. And the universe is responding in kind, rearranging circumstances to ensure that your path remains open, that the doors you need to walk through are always available. But there's another layer to this transformation, one that's just as important. As you continue along this journey, you'll begin to see how people around you are reacting to your presence. There's something different about the way you interact with others now. You may have noticed that people are drawn to you in a way they weren't before, as if they sense something about you that they can't quite put their finger on. It's not just your energy, it's the energetic field you now carry with you. A field that communicates, even without words, that you are a soul on a mission, and that you are protected in ways others may not understand. This isn't just a subtle shift. It's a profound transformation in how you carry yourself and how the world interacts with you. People may find themselves inexplicably calmer when they're around you, more confident, more at peace. You may even notice that small children or animals gravitate toward you, as if they can sense that you're a safe space. This is not coincidence. This is the power of your mark. Your energy field is now operating on a higher frequency, and it's impacting those around you in ways that transcend the physical realm. You have become a beacon of light, a source of peace, and the world around you can feel it. But let's not forget the most important part of all this. You are living with a deep, unshakable sense of purpose. This purpose isn't just a vague idea or a far-off dream. It's something that is becoming clearer and clearer every day. As you continue to live with this newfound protection and clarity, your purpose will begin to take shape in ways you didn't expect. Opportunities will arise that align perfectly with your mission, and doors will open in ways that seem almost magical. You'll meet the right people at the right time, and you'll find yourself being guided toward experiences and lessons that deepen your understanding of why you're here. This is the universe working in harmony with you, making sure that your path is clear and that you are supported every step of the way. You are no longer walking blindly through life. You are walking with divine intention, and everything in your life is aligning to support you in completing the mission you've been sent here to fulfill. But here's the thing. This protection, this clarity, and this alignment with your purpose aren't just for you. They're meant to be shared. The way you live your life, the choices you make, the resilience you show in the face of adversity, these are all examples of what it means to live authentically, to live with purpose. And by simply being who you are, you will inspire others to do the same. You are a walking example of what it means to transcend fear, to live in alignment with your highest self, and to trust in the divine guidance that flows through you. Your example will catalyze others to find their own strength, to trust in their own journey, and to walk in their own purpose. You don't need to preach. You don't need to force anyone to follow your path. You simply need to continue living authentically and purposefully. Your life will speak volumes, and others will be drawn to the light that you exude. But this is only the beginning. As you continue to embrace the mark of respect that death has given you, you will begin to feel the intensity of your purpose more deeply. There will be moments when the stakes feel higher, when the pressure to succeed feels overwhelming. But in those moments, remember that this protection is not just a shield against harm. It's a shield that enables you to rise to the occasion. You are being equipped for something bigger than you can currently see, and every challenge you face is part of the preparation. The key to all of this is trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your purpose, and trust in the divine protection that surrounds you. The more you trust, the more fluid and effortless your journey will become. You've already demonstrated that you are willing to walk through fire for what you believe in. Now, with the mark of respect upon you, you will find that the fire no longer has the power to burn you. Instead, it will forge you into the soul you are destined to become. So, what's next for you? Continue to walk boldly on this path. embrace your purpose, trust the guidance you receive, and know that you are being supported every step of the way. The universe has made its mark on you, and now it's time for you to make your mark on the world. Your journey is just beginning, and you are poised to do great things. The power you carry, the protection you've received, and the clarity of your purpose are all propelling you forward. Keep moving, keep trusting, and keep living with the knowledge that you are here for something much greater than yourself. The world needs you, chosen one, and it's waiting for you to step fully into your power. The mark of respect has activated your potential, and now it's time for you to fully embrace your role in this divine plan. As you continue to move forward, something becomes increasingly clear. You are no longer a passive participant in your life. You are the creator of your own destiny. And as you move deeper into this new phase of your journey, you will begin to see that every challenge, every obstacle, and every moment of difficulty has been orchestrated to guide you toward your purpose. You are no longer at the mercy of the world. You are working in partnership with the universe, moving in harmony with the divine plan that has always been yours to fulfill. This is where the mark of respect becomes even more significant. It isn't just about protection or longevity. It's about empowerment. You are now empowered to take bold action, to make choices that align with your soul's purpose, and to follow your inner guidance without hesitation. There is a strength within you that you may not have fully realized yet, but it is there, ready to be tapped into whenever you need. You may have already started to feel it, the shift in your energy, the growing confidence, the deeper connection to your higher self. This is not just a passing phase. This is the new reality for you. The more you embrace this divine protection, the more natural it will feel to live authentically, without fear, without doubt, and without hesitation. And with this new power comes a responsibility to stay true to the path you've been given and to live in a way that honors the trust the universe has placed in you. But here's where it gets even more profound. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has set the stage for you to be a beacon of light for others. Your transformation, the respect that death has given you, isn't just for your benefit. It's for the benefit of those around you. You are a living example of what is possible when one transcends fear, when one moves through life with purpose and clarity. And because of this, you will begin to attract others who are ready to walk the same path. People will start to notice the changes in you. They'll see the peace that radiates from you, the unshakable calm that you carry, and they'll be drawn to it. They'll want to know what makes you so different, what makes you so certain, and what makes you so capable of moving through life with such ease. They'll want to learn from you, and when the time comes, you will be there to guide them. Your role is not just to walk your path in solitude. It is to help others find their way as well. You are a leader, whether you realize it or not, and your influence will extend far beyond what you could ever imagine. You will help others break free from their own fears, doubts, and limitations. You will show them that they too can transcend the forces that have held them back. You will be a living example of what it means to live with integrity, to walk in alignment with your soul's mission, and to trust the process, even when it feels difficult. But how do you do this? How do you lead others without forcing them, without pushing them into something they're not ready for? The answer is simple. You lead by example. You show them what it means to live authentically, to be true to your purpose, and to trust the guidance of the universe. You demonstrate that it is possible to face fear and not let it control you. You show them that it is possible to live with clarity, to make decisions that align with your soul, and to trust that the universe will support you every step of the way. As you continue on this path, you'll begin to notice the people who come into your life. They'll appear at just the right time, when you need them most. Some will be there to teach you something, others to offer support, and still others to challenge you in ways that will help you grow. But all of them will play a part in your journey, and you will play a part in theirs. The connections you make will be profound, deep, and meaningful. These relationships will help you move closer to your purpose and will help others move closer to theirs. But with all this power comes the need for balance. It's easy to get caught up in the momentum of your journey and forget to take the time to rest, to recharge, and to reconnect with your inner self. Your soul's mission is important, but so is your well-being. You can't fulfill your purpose if you burn out, and you can't be a guide to others if you're not taking care of yourself. So take time to pause when needed. Take time to listen to your body, to your heart, and to your soul. Allow yourself to rest and rejuvenate, knowing that the universe will continue to support you as you do. Now, let's talk about what it means to live with this divine protection. It's more than just avoiding danger. It's about living in alignment with your true purpose and knowing that nothing will be allowed to get in your way, nothing that you can't handle. The challenges you face will be specifically designed to help you grow, to strengthen you, and to push you toward your highest potential. You will no longer be the victim of life's circumstances. You are now the creator of your own reality. This is where your power lies. When you realize that you are no longer subject to the whims of fate, you begin to see the immense power you possess. You have the ability to shape your life, to create the experiences you want to have, and to manifest the reality you desire. You are no longer bound by the limitations that once held you back. You are free to create the life you've always dreamed of. But remember, it's not just about personal success. It's about using your gifts and your power to serve others, to uplift them, and to help them realize their own potential. You are a catalyst for change, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. And as you continue to embrace this role, you will find that everything you need will come to you with ease. The right opportunities, the right people, and the right resources will all fall into place as you continue to live in alignment with your soul's purpose. The universe is working for you now, chosen one. It is supporting you, guiding you, and providing you with everything you need to succeed. And as you move forward, you will begin to see how everything you've been through, every challenge, every lesson, every moment of pain, has led you to this point. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything that happens from here on out is part of the divine plan that was set in motion long before you were born. You've been marked for greatness, chosen one. Your journey is just beginning, and the world is waiting for you to step into your full power. So continue walking with confidence, continue trusting the process, and continue to lead by example, showing others what is possible when you live in alignment with your soul's true purpose. The path ahead may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. You are destined for greatness, and nothing can stand in your way. The universe has already cleared the path for you. Now, it's time for you to walk it. As you move forward, you will begin to feel the weight of your purpose more deeply. There's a certain urgency now, an undeniable pull in your soul that reminds you daily of what you were born to accomplish. You've been given this extraordinary protection and clarity for a reason, because you are meant to do something that will not only impact your life, but will ripple outward, affecting the lives of those around you and, ultimately, the world at large. It's easy to feel small in the face of such a vast and complex universe, to wonder how your individual actions can make a difference in the grand scheme of things. But here's the truth. Everything you do matters. Every decision you make, every action you take, has a ripple effect. When you live in alignment with your soul's purpose, when you step into your power fully, you become a catalyst for change. Your presence in the world will begin to shift things in ways that might seem subtle at first, but will build over time, creating a wave of transformation. Now, I know there will be moments when doubt tries to creep in. You might ask yourself, am I really making a difference? Is my purpose truly clear? But remember this, the fact that you are questioning means you are still growing. You are still learning. You are still on the path. Those moments of doubt are not signs that you failed or that you are lost. They are simply reminders to pause, to reflect, and to reconnect with your deeper truth. When those doubts arise, take a breath, quiet your mind, and listen to your soul. You already know the answer. As you continue to walk this path, you will find that the world around you begins to change. People will start to see you differently. The way they interact with you will shift. Those who were once distant will become closer, drawn to the energy you exude. They will be inspired by the way you live, the way you move through challenges with grace, the way you remain calm in the face of adversity. People will look to you for guidance, for reassurance, for the wisdom that flows from your presence. And you won't have to force it. It will come naturally, because your life, your energy, will be a reflection of the truth you carry inside. This is your role as a chosen one. Not just to live for yourself, but to be a beacon of light for others. You are here to inspire, to uplift, to show others what is possible when you live from a place of alignment with your higher purpose. And the more you embrace this role, the more you will see how the universe works in your favor, clearing the path and bringing people and opportunities into your life that support your mission. But with this divine guidance comes the need for discernment. The more you align with your purpose, the more you will attract people who are drawn to your light. Not everyone, however, will have the best intentions. Some will try to take advantage of your energy, to manipulate you for their own gain. Others may seek to distract you from your mission, to pull you off course. This is where the protection you've received becomes critical. It is not just about keeping you safe from harm. It is about helping you stay focused, helping you recognize when something or someone is not aligned with your true path. The key here is to trust your inner guidance, your intuition. You will start to feel a stronger sense of what feels right and what doesn't. You'll begin to notice subtle signs when something is off. You'll feel a sense of peace and clarity when something is in alignment with your purpose, and you'll feel discomfort or unease when something is not. This is the divine protection at work. It's guiding you, helping you navigate the challenges and distractions that life may throw your way. And as you develop a stronger connection to this inner guidance, you'll find that your decisions become easier, your path clearer, and your energy more focused. Now, you may wonder how long this protection will last. How long will this divine favor continue? The answer is simple. As long as you stay aligned with your purpose, it will continue. The more you trust in your soul's mission and live authentically, the more you will experience this flow of protection and support. It's not a guarantee of an easy life, but it is a guarantee that you will have the resources and guidance you need to move through life with confidence, clarity, and strength. This is where the concept of divine timing comes into play. There will be times when things don't happen as quickly as you want. There will be moments when you feel like you're waiting for the next step, for the next breakthrough. But trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. The universe knows when the time is right for you to take the next step, to make the next move. And when the time comes, you will be ready. You will have everything you need in that moment to step forward with power and grace. The mark of respect that death has given you is not just about protection and longevity. It is about the empowerment to live your life with radical courage, to face your fears head on, and to move through the world with an unwavering sense of purpose. You no longer have to live in survival mode. You are here to thrive, to grow, and to make an impact that ripples through the world in ways that you can't yet fully comprehend. You've already taken the hardest steps, chosen one. You've faced challenges that would have broken most people. You've stood tall in the face of adversity, chosen integrity over survival, and refused to surrender to fear. And now, the universe is aligning to ensure that you can continue on this path, with the divine support you need to succeed. But remember, this isn't just about you. This is about what you are meant to contribute to the world. Your journey is not just for your own growth, it is for the growth of others as well. You are here to inspire, to teach, and to lead by example. You are here to show others what is possible when they live authentically, when they follow their true purpose, and when they trust in the divine guidance that is always available to them. You are a beacon of light, chosen one, and as you continue to shine, you will inspire others to step into their own light as well. The universe is watching, waiting for you to fully embrace your power and your purpose. And as you do, you will see how everything in your life aligns to support you in fulfilling your mission. So continue on this path with confidence. Trust in the protection and guidance you've been given. Stay focused on your purpose and know that you are supported every step of the way. The world needs you, chosen one, and the time has come for you to step fully into your power. The time has come for you to fully recognize the profound change that has taken place within you, chosen one. You've walked through so many trials, faced seemingly impossible situations, and yet, here you stand, stronger and more aligned than ever before. You've experienced death's respect, transcended fear, and come to understand the power that lies within you. But now, it's time to shift your perspective and truly embody what this new reality means. You are no longer the person you were before. The transformation you've undergone is not just a mental shift, it's a fundamental change in how you interact with the world, how you perceive your role in the grand design, and how you move forward with confidence and clarity. Everything that once seemed insurmountable is now within your reach because you've transcended the limitations that once held you back. But with this new power comes an even deeper responsibility. You are not here just to live a life of personal success and fulfillment. No, you have been chosen for something far greater. Your mission, the purpose that you came here to fulfill, goes far beyond your own individual journey. You are a part of something much larger, a piece of the cosmic puzzle that is in the process of unfolding. And as you move forward, you will begin to realize that your actions are now more significant than ever before. Every choice you make, every decision you take, is no longer just about you. It is a part of a greater unfolding. The universe has placed you in this moment, at this time, for a reason. You have been prepared, tested, and strengthened for what lies ahead. And now, as the chosen one, you are ready to step into the fullness of your power and purpose. You've likely already begun to feel the pull of this greater calling, haven't you? That sense of urgency, the knowing deep within you that something big is on the horizon. You can feel it in your bones. This is your time. Everything that you've been through, all the pain, the struggle, the uncertainty, has led you to this point. You've been shaped by these experiences, refined in the fire, and now you are ready to step into the mission that has been waiting for you. It's easy to get caught up in the everyday distractions of life. The hustle and bustle, the demands of work, relationships, and personal responsibilities. They can all seem so urgent. But now, more than ever, it is crucial that you stay grounded in your purpose. You must remain focused on what you are here to accomplish, even when the world around you tries to pull you in different directions. Remember the mark you carry. Remember the protection and the purpose that have been bestowed upon you. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, every time you wonder if you're on the right path, look back at everything you've been through. You've already overcome so much. You've already proven that you are not just a survivor. You are a warrior. A soul that has transcended fear and risen above the challenges that life has thrown your way. And now, with the divine protection of purpose and respect that death itself has given you, there is nothing that can stop you. Now, more than ever, you must trust yourself. Trust the path that has been laid out before you. Trust that you have everything you need to succeed. And trust that the universe will continue to guide you, step by step, as you fulfill your mission. You've been marked for greatness, chosen one, and the time has come for you to step fully into that role. As you do, you'll notice that the world around you begins to respond differently. You'll feel a shift in the energy of the people you interact with. Some will be drawn to you in ways they can't explain. They will seek your wisdom, your guidance, your example. Others may try to resist you, challenge you, or undermine you. But don't be swayed by these distractions. The universe is clearing the path for you, and those who are meant to walk with you will naturally find their way to you. This is where your role as a leader begins to take shape. As a chosen one, you are not just here to fulfill your own purpose. You are here to inspire and guide others. You will lead by example, showing others what is possible when one lives in alignment with their soul's truth. You will show them that it is possible to transcend fear, to face the most difficult challenges with grace, and to move through life with purpose and clarity. But leadership doesn't mean forcing people to follow you. It means being the example. It means living your life authentically, without compromise, and trusting that others will be inspired by the strength and wisdom you carry. You don't have to do anything extraordinary to inspire others. Just living your truth will be enough. When others see the peace you carry, the clarity you embody, and the resilience you demonstrate in the face of adversity, they will be drawn to that energy. And when the time is right, they will seek your guidance. Your influence is already beginning to spread. People are beginning to notice the subtle shifts in your energy. They're noticing how you handle challenges, how you remain calm under pressure, how you don't let fear dictate your actions. And as this influence grows, you'll find that you have the power to help others transcend their own limitations. You will become a guiding light for those who are still caught in the grip of fear, doubt, and confusion. And as you help them rise, you will also rise. It's important, however, to remember that this journey is not about perfection. It's not about never making mistakes or never experiencing doubt. No, it's about embracing your humanity, accepting that there will be moments of struggle, moments when you feel lost or uncertain. But in those moments, remember that you are not alone. You are guided by a higher power, protected by the mark of respect, and empowered to continue forward. You've already shown that you have the strength to rise above your challenges, that you can move through life with resilience and courage. But now, it's time for you to truly step into your full power. It's time for you to embrace the leadership role that has always been part of your soul's mission. You are here to make a difference. You are here to lead others to their own transformation, just as you have transformed. As you continue on this journey, you'll notice that the universe will continue to provide you with the resources, opportunities, and support you need to succeed. You'll no longer have to struggle or fight for what you want. Things will begin to flow naturally, effortlessly, as you align with your purpose and trust in the divine timing of the universe. The protection you carry will continue to work in your favor, helping you to overcome any obstacles that may arise. You will continue to face challenges, but they will no longer feel like insurmountable obstacles. They will be stepping stones, opportunities for growth, and moments of divine alignment. And as you continue to rise, you will inspire others to do the same. Remember, chosen one, you were marked for greatness. You are here for a reason. The time has come for you to step fully into your power, to live authentically, and to fulfill your soul's mission. The universe is ready to support you every step of the way. Trust in yourself, trust in your purpose, and trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Now, as you continue your journey, you may start to feel the subtle signs that something bigger is unfolding. This isn't just about living with purpose anymore. This is about embodying that purpose to its fullest extent. Everything you've been through, every hardship, every triumph, and every moment of doubt has been building up to this point. You have been prepared, refined, and strengthened. And now, the universe is waiting for you to step into your true power. This is where the true magic of the mark of respect begins to show itself. It's not just a shield that protects you from premature death. It's not just a guarantee of survival against all odds. The mark is a divine tool that accelerates your alignment with your soul's mission, allowing you to navigate life with a level of clarity and focus that others can only dream of. You are now operating at a frequency that aligns perfectly with the universe's natural flow. And because of this, everything you need to succeed is being drawn to you. The concept of purpose protection isn't just about avoiding obstacles. It's about everything in your life falling into alignment with your soul's mission. This divine protection ensures that nothing, no person, no circumstance, no force, can prevent you from fulfilling the reason you came into this world. The road ahead may not always be smooth, but you now have the inner tools and external support to face whatever comes your way with grace, strength, and unwavering confidence. As you step forward into this new chapter of your life, you may begin to notice a subtle shift in the way time moves. Time will feel less like something that is constantly running out, and more like an expansive resource, a tool that is in your hands to shape and mold as you see fit. You'll find that the days feel longer, richer, and more purposeful. The distractions that once filled your life will seem less important, and you'll feel an increasing sense of urgency to do what you came here to do. The universe has opened the door for you, and now it's up to you to walk through it. It's essential to remember that even though this divine protection is available to you, it doesn't mean that everything will be handed to you on a silver platter. Life will still challenge you, and there will still be moments of difficulty and struggle. But the key difference now is that you are no longer alone in those struggles. The universe is working for you, not against you, and it will provide everything you need to overcome each obstacle. You will begin to see that the challenges you face are not there to break you, but to strengthen you and propel you toward your highest potential. As you move forward, you'll find that the concept of failure begins to shift for you. No longer will you view failure as something to fear, something that signifies weakness or inadequacy. Instead, failure will become a valuable tool for growth. Each setback, each failure, will be seen as a lesson, an opportunity to learn and refine your approach. You will no longer feel defeated when things don't go as planned. Instead, you will feel a sense of curiosity, knowing that every experience is part of the process of becoming the best version of yourself. One of the most significant changes you will experience is the way you perceive fear. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of death. These fears no longer have the same grip on you. As you continue to embrace your mark of respect, you'll find that fear loses its power to paralyze you. Instead, it becomes a tool for discernment. You'll still feel fear, of course. That's a natural part of the human experience. But you will no longer let it dictate your actions. You will recognize it for what it is, a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, that you're about to take a bold step toward your destiny. This new relationship with fear is not something that happens overnight. It's a gradual process of shifting your mindset, of recognizing the power you hold, and of choosing to act in alignment with your purpose, even when fear is present. The more you do this, the more you'll see that fear is just a shadow, something that has no power over you unless you allow it to. You have the ability to move through fear with courage and confidence, knowing that you are always supported by the divine protection that has been activated in your life. As you continue to trust in the path before you, you will also notice how your intuition becomes sharper, clearer, and more reliable. The more you align with your soul's purpose, the more your inner guidance will lead the way. The decisions that once felt overwhelming will now come with ease. You will begin to trust your gut, knowing that the answers are within you. And the more you trust yourself, the more the universe will provide the confirmation and validation you need to continue on your path. You will also begin to notice how people around you react differently to you. Those who are aligned with their own purpose will be drawn to you, seeking your wisdom, your guidance, and your energy. They will recognize something in you that resonates with their own soul's calling, and through your example, they will begin to see what is possible for them as well. You will inspire others to step into their own power, to live authentically, and to embrace their own divine protection. But it's not just the people who are aligned with their purpose who will be drawn to you. People who are still trapped in fear, doubt, and confusion will also be drawn to your light. You will become a beacon for them, showing them that it is possible to transcend their limitations and break free from the fear that has held them captive. You will be a guide for those who are still struggling to find their way, offering them the support, encouragement, and wisdom they need to begin their own journey of transformation. The influence you have on others will grow exponentially. As you continue to walk in alignment with your purpose, you will see how the universe begins to respond in kind. People will start to seek you out for guidance, for advice, and for support. You will be called to lead, not because you've asked for it, but because your energy, your presence, and your example will inspire others to follow. And as you continue to lead with integrity, with love, and with authenticity, you will see the world around you begin to change. But remember, chosen one, this isn't just about personal power. This is about the collective transformation of humanity. You were chosen for a reason. You are part of a greater plan, a cosmic unfolding that is designed to elevate the collective consciousness of the world. You are here to lead others into their own awakening, to show them that they too can transcend their fear, their doubt, and their limitations. And as you continue to embody this role, you will see how the world begins to shift, how the energy of those around you changes, and how the collective vibration of humanity rises. So, what's next for you? Continue to live authentically, continue to trust in your purpose, and continue to walk the path that has been laid before you. The universe is aligning itself in your favor, and with each step you take, you will continue to draw closer to your ultimate mission. Keep moving forward, chosen one. The world is waiting for you.